my pleasure to be here with you this afternoon. My name is Teresa Castellanos. I am trustee for San Jose Unified, and I work for the Santa Clara County Office of Immigrant Relations.
Yes.
I am very honored to be here with you today as we kick off Asha's campaign. It is a beautiful day, and it is a beautiful day because yesterday was spectacular, and we are all inspired. And so the key message from yesterday was having candidates that recognize all of their community, do all of the work that's important to protect all of us, and move us forward in a future that's unified. And with that, it is my honor to have a candidate here that will do that kind of work, that has already been committed to that kind of work, that has already proven he can do that kind of work. So welcome everybody, and we're so glad to kick off this campaign. Introduce the electeds that are here, just to let you know that they are here. Obviously, we have Supervisor Cindy Chavez here with us. We have Supervisor Dave Cortese here with us. We have Assemblymember Evan Lowe here with us. Councilmember Raul Perales here with us. Vice Mayor Magdalena Carrasco here with us. And Tom Doe here with us. We also have Councilmember Sergio Jimenez here with us. So we have a lot of good people here with us. I also mentioned quickly that we have in attendance Mike Potter from the Open Sentence Space Authority. Rini Kumar, council member from Saratoga. Former Mayor Ron Gonzalez. From the Mount Pleasant School Board. Angelique Nosar from the Cupertino Union School District. Omar Vasquez, District 7 candidate. Rosie the Closer, District 9 candidate. Omar Torres, Franklin McKinley School Board. Gilbert Wong, Foothill De Anza School Board. Raymond Muller, candidate for Alamark School District. Van Lay, Eastside Union School District. And Patty Cortese, Eastside Union School District. So we'll start off with the program with our supervisor, Cindy Chavez.
Cindy!
In the category of preaching to the choir. I'm not an ally. But I did want to say something that I think is enormously important about Ash, and as we talk about him, we have to tell this story. There are some people who get into politics at the right time. There's something that excites them, like they want to build parks, or they're really passionate about transportation, or they're passionate about the environment. And those people come in and they dig in and they really work on their area and they try to make big change. There are other elected officials who come in because they have a vision for how our community could be, even if it's not just their community. They think about the broader community in the most meaningful way. They lead with their values, and as Dave is famous for saying to me, you know, when your values and your actions are in sync, there's no conflict, right? You can just move forward, and you can feel those elected officials, because those people change times. They don't respond to the times, they change times. Ash was an activist, a progressive, before it became a fashionable thing to be or to do. And that is why I know so many of us in the room are committed to him. We're committed to him because we believe in his vision, we believe in his values, and we believe that he is the kind of elected official that bends the arc of justice and doesn't just wait for it to wait on itself. So I'm here to say congratulations, and I'm so excited you're running again. You're an amazing, amazing leader. I'm not going to be here to hit you up for more money, but somebody at the end of this program will be, because we don't want anybody running against him, right? And the reason is I'm going to go to Emerge and help people learn how to raise money. So you are off the hook from me, but you will not be off the hook from Dave and others. So I'm excited to call you a friend, but I'm even more excited to say I would follow you almost anyway. No, almost.
Next, we have Assemblymember Evan Lowe.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to come say anything. As you can tell, I was going to go to the gym after this.
We promote healthy living, healthy lifestyle.
But let me just say how important it is to see Ash Kalra in the State Assembly. He and I sit on the opposite ends of the floor of the legislature. And when we see things going down, like there's real things going down, and fighting against Trump, and thinking about how California continues to be the place and the home of the resistance, I just need to look to my right. The social consciousness of the progressive movement in the state legislature, and that's my dear friend Ash Kalra. And so much that is required is all of you. And so I see so many public officials who make it easier for us as the delegation from San Jose. When you pass such progressive laws, it then helps us say, look at what happens back home at San Jose. And let's stand on the footing and the foundation, and let's amplify that statewide. And so let us continue to support Mr. Kalra. And let me also just say that while you might think this is just a shoo-in, the matter of the fact is that in this environment, oftentimes we are not left enough. And oftentimes we are not right enough. And so you're going to get hit on all sides. But we know Ash, and we know all of you. So let us, number one, celebrate his birthday, but have a great opportunity to also support his re-election campaign. Thank you very much, and happy birthday.
One of the beautiful things I think that we all get to reflect on is that we are very blessed to live in California, that we are very blessed to live in Santa Clara County, and that we are very blessed to live in the city of San Jose. And I think that in this time of hardship, it's really important to remember our blessings, and we are surrounded by blessings. Next, it is my honor to invite our city council members to come up here and say a few words. There you go. There you go. Thank you for the headshot.
Yeah, no.
30 seconds as I was walking up here.
I want to know what you're going to say on the top of your mind.
Oh, okay. Where's the mic? Okay.
Be careful. Be careful what you ask.
Good afternoon, and thank you. Well, thank you so much. And I, like probably some of you that are going to be called up just in just a second, was not prepared. But I don't need to be prepared because I know Ash, and I've worked with Ash for the past several years. And fortunately for us, we lost him from San Jose to the state of California. And especially during these times, I serve, of course, you know, the east side of San Jose, but all of us have an east side of San Jose in our district, or we have an immigrant population, a population that is feeling very much under attack because of what's happening with the national rhetoric that's now turning into national direction and action, and that is really feeding and fueling this fear-mongering strategy that our communities are living with now on a day-to-day basis. And it's real, it's very real, and it's no longer rumored or no longer suspected. And I'll tell you that in these moments of insecurity and fear, I'm so glad that we have Ash Kalra representing us.
Well, this could go on for hours.
Please don't.
I'll be extremely brief. I'm reminded of Ash's election and really the small ray of hope there was on that night when we really had quite a depressing election results for the whole country. Well, okay, a little bit more than half the country, I guess, but certainly for this valley. And in that tough night, you gave us an opportunity with such a tremendous race, and really with success on that night. And I know for those of you that were there to support him, just being able to think about that, and you're getting back into this now re-election, reminds me of that night and why for many years I've been a big supporter of yours. So I'm looking forward to a very successful re-election. Happy to be there to support you for many more years to come.
In case you haven't noticed, we're sort of going in order of seniority, right? I'm the relatively new council member.
So I have,
my council member.
I'm Osh's
But I'm
councilman.
not his assembly member. So that's not cool.
So I have certainly the distinct privilege of being, filling the shoes that Osh left behind, but also the challenge, right? How do you fill these shoes? A lot of people don't know where District 2 is. I often have to tell them it's where Ash Kalra Re used to represent. Oh, okay. And so you really put District 2 on the map. But one thing I've realized since taking office is that it's very difficult to get things done. And I'd like to think that we have the votes to get a lot of progressive things done. So Osh was there when we had a lot of extreme challenges with Measure B, pension reform, of course, and a host of other things. And so I've grown to be extremely appreciative of your efforts and know that it really took a lot to be in the minority, really challenging the status quo and speaking up for the many people that don't have a voice. So I appreciate you for that. I'm very proud to carry on in the spirit of what you've left behind in District 2. Hopefully moving a lot of progressive things forward, and I'm really appreciative of your friendship. Happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mark.
Somebody take a
Selfie?
Next, we have Congo to come say a few words.
Hi, my name is Kong, and for some people don't know me, I used to run against him past. But I'm happy to support him, and I watched him along the way, and I really admire whatever he done for us. So that's the reason why we come here today, and we want to celebrate his birthday, but we also want to make sure that we have us represent us for the next year, for the next 4 years, right? So congratulations.
It's my honor to introduce Dave Cortese, who has in a lot of the work of social justice for Santa Clara County, and that we're very blessed to have as a representative here.
Thank you, Teresa. First of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's why I came. Not exactly. We wrote a check, Patty and I. She holds a check for us. And all of you should try to do the same thing. Just stop right now. If you don't have a checkbook, get a credit card out. If you don't have a credit card with you, go back and PayPal, right?
Yeah, we have an online at the front.
They got online right here. He's got it all set up, so really you should not escape without doing something. And it is really important. I had the privilege of introducing Osh at his kickoff. And I wanted to be here today to sort of do the anniversary kickoff, right? To be here for this. And everybody has said it so well already. Thank God we have him in the state legislature. People like Osh and Jim Bell have really recreated what it means to be a legislator in this era. And we are all grateful. We all know that. As Cindy said, that's kind of preaching to the choir. But I don't think it's preaching to the choir to ask for support. And it is important that we do that. Some of you, and I look around, have stuffed envelopes and walked precincts, and I see a whole bunch of the Kalra campaign volunteers here. You get a little bit of a pass if you've done that. But contributing money is very much the equivalent of doing that kind of work that people do in the campaign offices day in and day out. It's for those of us who can't show up at the campaign office day in and day out. So please do. And even if you have been walking precincts in the past, or you're going to do it again this time, write a little bit of a check, just so when he looks at those campaign contributions, he can see everybody's all in. We're in. All right. Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna try to be brief, even though it's hard for me, as all of you know. But no, seriously, I just want to thank, first of all, Teresa for running the program here. I'm so proud of the work that she's done on behalf of all of us here in Santa Clara County. And I couldn't think of a better friend to be by my side at this event. So thank you to this. And just to all, there's so many electeds and candidates and everybody here. I'm just very grateful. and keep in mind, there's some candidates here who I've not endorsed. That so that means a lot to me that they are showing support for me, putting that aside to show support for me, and to me it's very heartwarming to see that. I do want to mention that it's Nancy Pyle's birthday today, and she came by earlier, and so our former council member, who's now a resident of Assembly District 27, living in the Villages, and so it was great to see Nancy. And I want to thank all the electeds that are here, particularly those that came up here to speak. My colleague, Assemblymember Evan Lowe, Senator Bell couldn't be here, but I feel so confident because I have colleagues like Evan Lowe and Jim Bell representing the same community. Canson Shu in the north, Mark Stone in the left, in the south of San Jose. San Jose is taken care of. I will tell you, and I feel fortunate to step right in and know that I have the support of those three gentlemen to make sure that we continue to fight for all of us here in San Jose and all California. So I want to thank my colleagues and certainly Evan for his kind words. And to the City Council, I sometimes miss being on the council, but but I will say that I feel good with the work you're doing. Look, we've had the benefit, I think, in San Jose of having some really great leadership over the years. Ron Gonzalez certainly is a great example of that, and when BART opens in San Jose, please everyone thank Ron, because it wouldn't be happening without him. But with our vice mayor and with Raul downtown and Sergio just doing such an amazing job taking over in District 2 without missing a step, it makes my job a lot easier to have such a great relationship with all of you, to take care of the same people we all represent, to be able to work with Sam as well, with the mayor's leadership. I think that we're seeing a cohesiveness from the council to the congressional level and all the points in between like we haven't seen in a very long time. And to see the Board of Supervisors working well with the city on really important issues like housing and immigration. To see us all having Zoe's back. And Zoe would have been here if it wasn't for what's going on in DC. So let's just pray for her, please, as she's standing up for us. But I'm just so grateful to live in this city, and a big part of that is the great leadership that we have on the city council. And I do want to thank Congresswoman Lofgren, who's been such a great mentor and guide for me over the years, but especially being the most significant voice we have in terms of the immigration fight. She has been for many, many years, leading the California delegation. Just very proud to call her my Congress member. And then the Board of Supervisors, again, leading the nation, right? We're not talking about just being recognized in the Valley or just being recognized in Sacramento. They're leading the nation in terms of ensuring that they're protecting our community and making sure that we all are united. And we just saw that the other day with the new campaign that you're going to be seeing on all the buses and all that in the next few weeks to come. But Cindy Chavez and Dave Cortese are two of my role models as a public servant. And as Jim Bell in a couple years is about to step down, it'd be really cool to have Dave Cortese up in Sacramento with us. That's my dream. That's my birthday wish. Is to have someone to fill those big footsteps of Jim Bell, and Dave Cortese is certainly someone that can do that. And I do want to recognize Kong and Bun Lei as former candidates for being here and for standing with me. I know it's been, with everything that's been going on nationally, it's nice to see that there are people that are working at the ground level. And particularly in the Vietnamese community. The Vietnamese community, we know, for those that don't know right now, there's a lot of struggle, a lot of human rights violations, a lot of struggle going on in Vietnam right now. And being one of the few Indian American representatives, I understand sometimes I have to speak to certain things beyond my role as an assembly member. And our Vietnamese leaders have to speak to things happening outside of their jurisdiction because they can. And there are so many that are there that can't or get punished for speaking up. And so for using your voice, Jane Doe, for using your voice on behalf of our community in such a powerful way. I'm very grateful to have you standing with me, so thank you. I'm just going to end with this because I can thank everyone in this room for an hour each, because all of you that mean that much to me. I'm just going to end with, first of all, thanking my family who, over the years hasn't seen a lot of me. You guys know this guy?
Papa Kara.
Some of you may not know my brother. My nephew's here. My sister-in-law, someone was here earlier and had to go for work. But, all of you that are in public service know that your family serves with you. And, yeah, that's it. I won't be able to speak, and so I gotta stop right now with the family stuff. The last thing I'll say is, as we heard from a number of folks speaking here, Sacramento, California, Santa Clara County, San Jose, we play such an important role in what's happening in our nation. Thereby, we play an important role in what's happening in this world. So it's important for us, first of all, to support those that are standing up for us. Raul, Magdalena, Sergio, our supervisors, Dave, Cindy, when they're standing up for us, we need to let them know that we have their back and we're there to support them. It makes it so much easier for me, Evan, Jim, and others to do the work we do, for Zoe to do the work she does in DC. But I gotta tell you that when I'm in Sacramento, I think about all of you all the time, constantly. What I see around this room is such a reflection of what San Jose is, what California is, and what this country's about. I mean, look around. This is a beautiful sight. A beautiful sight to see. I won my campaign because of this, not because of me. 100%. It was because of all of you. And I'm very grateful for that, because I get to continue to serve the community in which I grew up and the community I love. And any success I've had, anything I've been able to do, is because you've had my back. It's because when I'm in Sacramento, I don't feel alone. I feel the weight of the community not on my shoulders, but lifting me up. And that's a beautiful feeling to have. And I want to continue to have that feeling as I fight for you in Sacramento, as I fight alongside each and every one of you every day. And as we push our state forward, our state is doing well. 6th largest economy in the world. We don't always talk about the successes we're having. We know there's a lot of things that are coming at us that are negative and that cause fear. We have to respond with love. That's the only thing that we have. That's all we have is the love for one another, the love for our community. That's the only thing that's going to allow us to survive and to thrive and to repel those that try to divide us. And so I just ask all of you, as my birthday wish, so you have to do it, to love one another, to support one another. It doesn't mean we always have to agree with one another, to support one another. Sometimes, just like within a family, you don't always see things the same way, but you never stop loving one another, even when you don't. So let's love one another, let's protect and support one another, let's support and protect our neighbors, and let's make sure that San Jose continues to move forward as I believe the best place you can possibly live in the world. So again, thank you all so much.
Words for Ash?
He's our brother. We're here.
Yeah.
You know that. We declared him. He's half Filipino now, so we're all here for him.
Happy birthday, Ash. More power to you. And we're here with you for all the success along the way. Happy birthday.
Hi Ash, maligayang bati sa'yo.
Sana manalo ka uli. Mahal na mahal ka namin. Mwah!
You've done a great job your first year. You definitely deserve a couple more years. And happy birthday.
Hi Ash. Thank you for supporting Korean American community so much. We really love you and we really support you all the way. Cheers.
Hi Ash, wishing you a very happy birthday and we wish you all the best in your re-election and we love you and we want you to continue to work for us. Go Ash!
Hey Ash, you know, last time I volunteered for you. Definitely next time we wanted to do it again, and I'll do it again, and we wanted to see a big place in Sacramento.
Birthday to Ash, you old man but young at soul. And congrats and good luck.
Happy birthday, Ash. You know how proud we are of you and we know how hard you work for us. Today's your special day, but hopefully we can celebrate you every day. Thanks again, Ash. Happy birthday.
I just want to say I'm very proud of my son. He is doing excellent job. He is a real karma yogi, what it means that he focuses on his work and he devotes everything 100%. I'm very proud of him. Good luck.
Ash.
That's it?
That's it. Short and sweet.
Happy birthday, Ash.
What's up, Ash? Happy birthday, you old man. My dad, Tony. I wish you the best. Thank you for everything, and we hope re-election was amazing this year. So take care. Wish you all the best. Many more to come. Have fun. Take care. Love you.